I'm Nathan.
And I'm Dina.
And we are Blue Notes News. Hi, Dina.
Hi, Nathan.
How are you?
I'm good.
Happy Memorial Day.
Yes,
we're recording on Memorial Day.
We are recording on Memorial Day. I always kind of hesitate to say Happy
I was
Memorial
just thinking
Day
that when it came out of my mouth.
It's really kind of a somber remembrance
of those that have passed.
That have, given, the greatest sacrifice for our country. Yeah. So I don't know what the proper
I don't know what you would really say, but you're right. It is weird to say Happy Memorial Day. Like it's not like Veterans Day or something. That
we're not even celebrating. We're
just remembering and giving reverence to those that have
Memorial Day.
For sure. Yeah. So, well, how was your week?
It was fun. I went to a great show. I went to a great show at the Fringe Festival in Orlando.
Yeah.
We saw Sarah Hester Ross, who was incredible. One of the best comedy shows I really think I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of comedy shows because I am from Vegas. I mean, in the 90s, I saw anybody and everybody. I've seen Carrot Top, Gallagher, Red Fox, you name it. I've seen a lot of comedians in my lifetime. And she was just incredible. She was just really so much fun and so great. And we got to meet her afterwards because it was a really teeny tiny venue. That's like the whole point of Fringe. Is
right, so you can really interact with the artists and stuff.
Also for it to be affordable to the audience member. I didn't realize, I had heard about Fringe for years, but I didn't really understand what it was. And I mean, there's just shows like every 20 minutes and all of these great local and national artists are there to like present themselves in a way that is affordable and accessible to like everyday audience members.
That's cool.
And she was just fabulous.
And they have all different kind of artists, right? Like musicians, comedians.
Comedians, shows, little Broadway shows, musicals.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, I think we should really check that out next year.
I'd never heard of it till you sent it to me, and I was like, what is this?
I had heard about it, but never really went.
Yeah.
And I just saw a clip of her on my Facebook page that kind of spoke to me and said, oh, let's go check this out.
Let's go check it out, yeah.
And then once we went there and met like other people and people that were there and explained to us what you can do and how many shows you can see and that they're ongoing all day long. I was like,
really cool
I really want to come back next year and really experience
the whole thing.
The whole thing because it's really all about the arts and getting the arts to the people.
That's really cool. And I like that.
Yeah, I would really, really love for us to go there.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Next year.
So they do it every year.
Yeah. Yeah, and Orlando Fringe is one of the largest in the country. They do this all over
so they do it
in all cities.
Okay.
They even do it internationally. Like there's Fringe in Australia.
Oh, wow.
But Fringe is in Orlando is one of the oldest and largest in the country. So I think we should definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah,
next year.
for sure. I
mean,
that'd
they
be fun.
had like musicals and it's really just
like an endless supply of stuff to
just
do.
whatever little thing that would spark your interest in theater or comedy or whatever. And she was incredible. Oh,
that's awesome. How fun.
Yeah. She's kind of up and coming, really.
Okay.
She's a really up and coming comedian. So
that's fun.
She does a singing comedy cabaret show. So it was very, very entertaining. She's got a great voice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that sounds fun. Yeah, I want to check that out next year.
We should
when they come back.
Do it.
Yeah. And then you did. What else did you do? Didn't you go to a new restaurant or something? Or?
I tried a new restaurant that
Okay.
just opened. It was a sushi restaurant, and I was not.
It was not a winner. Oh,
it was like
no.
overpriced, small portions.
Oh, I hate
and
that. Yeah.
The sushi was like
not good.
Not great.
Oh no.
Not great.
Oh no.
So
and that's one of those that needs to be good.
Yeah, I'll be pat. Yeah, there was nothing about it that would say, "Gotta come back here." Yeah, no.
That's funny.
No.
Well, we had a graduation of another child.
I know.
And
so exciting.
Yeah, so there's only 2 more to go.
Woo!
And which is crazy to me. Like life
Time
just
flies,
passes
man,
by
I'll
so
tell you.
fast. It's crazy. But the whole I know what to expect I kind of knew what to expect going in, but now I really know what to expect because they go to an evangelical Christian school.
Okay.
And it was very evangelical Christian. And like, I thought that the pastor of the church gave the commencement address, and I thought he was going to talk about Donald Trump. I swear to God, because he said, back in the Old Testament, in 1 Kings, there was a golden era. And I was like, oh my God, here we go. Thankfully, he didn't. But I still feel like when they do stuff like that, they're like...
giving a nod.
Yeah, they're giving a little nod,
Yeah.
a little subliminal message that this is who we are and this is what we believe in. And so it was like all that kind of stuff. And the one kid got up there and was like, I have a 4.0 because of God only. I've done nothing to earn that. And I was just like, what in the brainwashing hell is going on?
Oh,
like,
geez.
it was so awkward. It was so awkward. And then, you got to interact with the exes and all that family and all that stuff,
yeah.
But I was proud of her for her graduation, and that's good. She wants to go to college. She wants to be a school teacher. So hopefully she'll pursue that and finish that and have a career doing that. So she'll be working full time all summer. So yeah.
Is she going to the Christian college?
Yeah. Well, no, she's doing there's some program, I guess, where you can take your prerequisites on a faster pace. So she's going to do that online, and then she is going to transfer to a Christian school after, which I was like, maybe by then she'll change her mind and go somewhere else because it'll take a little bit of time to get that done. So. Okay. I'm like, please get out of this loop that you're in. But whatever. And then we went to a little recital thing that one of our friends sung at yesterday. So that was really, really good. She's a good singer, so it was cool to support her and see her family. And then we've been hanging out with the kids all weekend. So
well, I also started going to the gym.
Oh,
so I'm a little sore today, especially in my legs.
Yeah.
Did a lot of the stair climbing.
I know, when you were telling me before we started how many minutes you were on there, and I was like, oh my God, I can do 2 minutes and I'm going to die.
Yes. My legs and my butt are definitely hurting today.
That's awesome.
But you know what they say, no pain, no gain.
That's
Here we
right.
go.
That's what my dad used to tell us all the time when we were doing sports or whatever. So...
And then today, I went for my second microneedling.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
My vampire facial. So I look like a little...
you look like you're...
I look like a...
Vampire sucked your face off.
Yeah. A crime victim currently.
Yeah, but you're behind the mic, so I can't see your whole face now, but...
Otherwise, that's about it for me.
Yeah, that's good though. I mean, we had some stuff going on, so that's good. At least we weren't sitting around bored all week long. So that's always fun. Speaking of sitting around, the President of the United States is apparently sitting around Truth Socialing this morning.
Oh, dear Lord.
And he has come up with a new name for Democrats.
Yeah.
He's calling them Dumocrats.
Yes.
And so his tweet or whatever, his Truth Social today was, Happy Memorial Day to all, including the Democrats, who disrespect our military and all the tremendous success that it has had over the last year. God bless those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. I love you all, President Donald J. Trump.
Doesn't he realize that Democrats have also died for this country?
Great. Yeah. No. He doesn't. No.
It wasn't just Republicans.
Right.
Also, Democrats have gone and made the ultimate sacrifice and died for this country.
Correct. Yeah.
And he just
and that Democrats do support our troops, and we do, like, we just right at the front of this podcast, we were talking about how it's not really Happy Memorial Day, even though that's what he said too, but it's not really happy. It's a somber day of remembrance and reverence for those that have given the ultimate sacrifice. Exactly. So there's no disrespecting the troops over. And like, he thinks that if you don't approve of what he's doing, like we don't approve of this chosen war in Iran, then somehow we're disrespecting the troops. It's not about the troops. They're not doing anything but doing what they were told to do.
Yeah, and it's also not just about paying homage on this day and posting flag emojis on today and Veterans Day. It's about caring for veterans and housing them and feeding them and medically caring for them and supporting them mentally.
Yes.
Not just,
some little wink and a nod and
on a special
screw
day.
Them over the rest of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing. And you look at, like, especially what you just said, the mental health aspect. Like, a lot of veterans do require that. Yeah. And our government is not always giving them the best care.
No,
it is not always giving them the best care. And they've given to this country in a way that some of us never have and never will.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were willing to sacrifice their lives by joining the military. And they deserve to have the best care. Yeah. They deserve to have the best care. If Congress can get the kind of care they get, then our veterans should get the same care.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, and it just blows my mind. But yeah, his new phrase is Dumocrats. And so he was talking about it the other day. We have a clip, but he was talking about it the other day and explaining how he came up with it. And well, let's just play the clip because it's funny. Yeah. All right. Should we?
Play the clip.
You take the E out. You don't use the B. A lot of people don't know dumb has a B in it, actually. You don't need it. You discard the B. But you take the E out and you replace it with a U. They're dumb. They are Dumocrats.
He's such an idiot. And like, this is what he does. It's like projection, the whole thing about projection and all that. When he doesn't know something, he says a lot of people don't know that. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, we all know there's a B in the word dumb. Yes. We do know that.
Yeah.
He didn't. And Stephen Miller had to go in there and with his little penis head and tell him, there's a B in that word, Mr. President. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Because he's stupid.
Yeah.
He's an absolute moron.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
5th grade reading level, speaking
I don't know how he got through college, to be honest, other than his dad must have paid him off.
That was another thing that I saw this week, that he claims he graduated top in his class.
Oh, please.
And he literally graduated like 364th out of 366 people.
That's amazing.
In his class. And he is claiming this week that he was number one.
Yeah, of course he was.
364 out of 366.
Oh my God, what a friggin' moron.
Yeah.
He thinks he is just the greatest, smartest human that has ever walked the face of the earth, and only he can fix it.
I don't even know if it's that. He just lies and lies
and
lies and
he believes his own lies.
He believes his own lies, and also I think he just goes off of that philosophy. If you throw enough shit on the wall, eventually something will stick.
Yeah, and they do. The MAGA base that supports him, that 30% or whatever it is,
eat it up.
They eat it up. They eat it up all day long.
I think it's also because they don't want to admit that they've been conned.
Mm-hmm.
They can't admit the grift.
No, they
can't
admit it. No, it's very rare that somebody will say, I regret what I've done. I'm like, I think I've talked about it on here before. I know I've told you, but one of our friends from Tennessee had reached out to Jerry and said, I regret the vote. I regret my vote. I shouldn't have voted for him.
Yeah.
And she did every time. But she finally realized, what the hell have I done?
Yeah.
Which good for her. Good that she came to that realization.
I do believe there are more and more.
I think they're
there
coming.
Was a lot this week that I saw, like one on C-SPAN.
Which we have a clip of. Yeah.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
And another one, it might have been on CNN or somewhere, I don't know. And she was saying that, like, her food stamps have been cut down to $26 a month,
cut them back
and
bad.
she can't. What is she going to do with $26 a month for food benefits?
Yeah. What are you going to get with that? I mean, a couple of cans of something. What, $26 $26 doesn't get anything today.
No.
With the way prices are.
A gallon of milk and a dozen eggs.
A dozen eggs and a loaf of bread, maybe.
That's about it. And maybe a few cans of soup.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
That's about all you're going to get.
How do you survive on a month?
Right. There's no way. Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, we have the guy from C-SPAN. You sent it to me this week, and he's talking about his regret of voting for him. And he was a triple Trumper, as they call them.
Triple Trumper?
Uh-huh. And so should we?
Yeah, play the clip.
Let's go to Thomas now, calling all the way in from Honolulu, Hawaii, on the Republican line. Good morning, Thomas. You're on with us.
Yes, good morning. A national thought and then a local one. It's hard for me to say this, but I think if I can open up about it in public, that it might help others. I wanted to believe Trump was the real deal for a long time, even though I had doubts because I knew enough about his business history to think otherwise. But now I regret my support for him, and I should have known better. He's making it plain as day. He's a con man, a liar, doesn't keep his promises. He's in office all for himself, and he doesn't even try to hide his corruption anymore. So unless you get all your information from what I call the right-wing propaganda for profit, disinformation, media, industrial complex, he's the worst president we've ever had. And he's the most corrupt president we've ever had. I know it's hard. It took me a while to be able to say that. Very difficult when you commit yourself to believing in somebody. But
Thomas, if you don't mind me interjecting, did you vote for Trump all three times in 2016, 2020, 2024?
I'm sorry, I missed that. Say that again, please.
Did you vote for President Trump all three times that he's run?
Yes. I wanted to vote. I considered a third party. And I considered even a Democrat, but I did, in the end, vote for him.
And what do you feel? That's really interesting. What do you feel, or what was the straw that broke the camel's back this time around? Was it the war? Is it something
I don't think
else?
it's one thing. It's been a cumulative process, and it's gotten so blatant now. And he's just literally the things he's going to lower prices on day one. He was going to do this on day one. Only he could fix all this stuff. And now I understand how somebody like Adolf Hitler was able to brainwash millions of people. I never thought I'd see that again in my lifetime, but it's happened, right? I thought we got past that, but we don't learn from history. But I just hope the best we got to slow him down, make him accountable any way we can. Right now, the only weapon is to vote for as many Democrats, whether you like them or not. To just get some balance back into our system of checks and balances, right? The Congress is doing nothing to stop him. He has more power. He wants to be a king, and we're letting him get away with it. We fought a revolutionary war against England because we didn't want to be ruled by an arbitrary king like Trump wants to be. So, but I'll stop there for that. Leavingmaga.org for anybody who's interested. It gives you a community of people who used to be supporters, but who also are having doubts now. So and being part of this community is a big part of the appeal, I think, right? So that's something others who might be having doubts could check into.
Yeah, I think that was really good of him to be willing to publicly acknowledge. And I know that was a little bit longer clip, but I really wanted to get his whole point across that he went through this journey of like, well, do I vote third party or do I vote Democrat? Well, I'm not really comfortable with, and now he's at the place where he's like, we got to vote Democrat whether we like him or not because we need checks and balances in this system, and there's not right now.
Yeah,
Congress is laid down on the job.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's
very sad.
It's insane
for our country that the Supreme Court, Congress, everyone is just kowtowing,
just bootlicking the hell out of this man. Yeah. And I don't understand what he has on people that they do this for him.
I don't either. I mean, I get the pedophiles, of course.
Sure,
we
absolutely.
know exactly what he has on them.
Yeah, exactly.
But where's Congress?
But everybody's not in there.
No,
like they're
everybody
not
is
all
not
in there.
No.
And I'm like, how does he get that kind of power over over people. I mean, I know for a lot of these politicians, their thing is they don't want to lose their job.
Right.
And they're afraid because he does. We've seen it. He primaries people and they lose.
Right.
And Thomas Massey, for example.
Yeah.
And now John Cornyn in Texas. And I mean, so he does this over and over and they do lose. But you need to, and then all of a sudden they grow a set of balls when they lose, and then they're
of course.
the remaining
or when
time
they're retiring,
or
like,
when they're
look
retiring.
At Tom Tillis,
yeah,
and,
exactly.
You know, the ones that are retiring.
All of a sudden they've got a backbone. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But it's like, so stand up. So what if you lose that job? So what? You're there to serve the people.
And
not
the country,
this man.
not him.
Yes. You are there to serve your constituents.
Exactly.
Not this pedophile, rapist piece of shit.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he is.
He is.
So good on him for going public on C-SPAN and saying, hey, I regret my vote. And
there's been a lot I've seen this week, actually, of people calling in saying that they regret their vote.
Great. And I think the thing is, like, when they do, they have to like make amends for what they have done to this country. Like, we shouldn't just put them on a pedestal and be like, you know, here, but let's put them on CNN as a guest because they regretted their vote now. Like, they need to pay the penalty for what they did to this country for quite some time.
And they need to help other people get out of that MAGA mindset.
Yeah, because I feel like they're the only ones that can talk to those people that are still in there.
Because there is a website. What's
leavingmaga.org.
Leavingmaga.org. Like, and it is for people who are coming to the realization that they made a mistake and it's okay, and there are people here for you. Yeah,
there is a community that you can have. Because he said at the end of that, like, the being in the community is what I think draws them, is they feel a sense of community by being a part of MAGA.
Yes.
And so I think getting into a new community where you can realize, oh, I can still have community.
And I made a mistake.
And I made a mistake, and I don't have to be a part of that.
I don't even feel like theirs is such a sense of community as it is the tribalism.
Yes, that's a great word.
Into the tribalism of I hate this, I hate that, instead of what would be the best thing for our country.
Correct.
You know?
Correct. Yeah, exactly. And I think that does it does feed that like weird primal sense of animalisticness within us, you know, or something.
I hate trans people.
I don't know.
I hate people of color. That whole just tribalism.
Just gathering around
it
these.
Feeds off
what
of
I hate.
Fear,
and
that's why they go into the hatefulness of it, because
it's
you're
right.
Fear-based.
It absolutely
motivation.
They're motivated by fear.
Yeah,
and you see it when they go to their evangelical churches. Their pastors are always pushing fear on them. They're going to go to hell. They're gonna not have God's power in their life. They thrive on being afraid.
Yeah.
And so it's an easy move.
And I always questioned, because, you know, I don't come from a religious background.
Right.
If you are just being a good person out of fear of going to hell, then how is that really being good? You should be good because
you're just a good person.
You're a good person and it makes you feel good to do good things. Not out of fear that you're going to go somewhere hellish and fiery and burn for eternity, because God loves you.
He loves you so much he sends you to hell. So it's a weird thing. In other good news is the mayor of New York is doing great things as usual.
He's on a roll. I'll tell you. He's doing some shit over there.
So you were telling me about this. I hadn't even seen it, but I guess Amazon owed $9 million or something in fines for like parking illegally and blocking cars.
Parking illegally, idling in the street, backing up traffic while they make their deliveries. Literally pulling up to a building, parking their trucks, and just blocking
everything that's supposed to be happening. And so he enforced them paying their fines, which was being just left on the back burner, I guess.
Yes, I think because they were trying to entice Amazon to build some warehouses
facilities
there
or something. Yeah.
And Mondami said, no,
you're paying your
time
bills.
to pay up.
Yeah.
And it was $9 million worth of fines that he got for the city.
That's awesome. I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
He is just like
getting shit done over there.
he is getting shit done. He is like kicking ass and taking names.
Absolutely.
And that's what we need.
Yes.
That's what we need. We were talking about that before we started.
I think people forget that the whole purpose of government is to provide services for the people.
For the people, yeah. To take care of the people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is really what our government is for. And people are like, what is it? The entitlements. Our government was created to provide services, infrastructure, whatever.
Exactly.
Even if it is SNAP
to provide for the common good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And a government that is lifting people up will see the benefits of lower crime rates, of better communities, of all the things that make our communities better.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and he's doing that in New York. The crime rate is down.
Yeah.
He's, fixed the budget. He's collecting the fines. He's working on affordable housing. I mean, he's
and he
doing
is
it.
Opening that government-sponsored grocery store or whatever.
Good.
He is going to open that.
Good.
Which I think is fantastic.
I think that's fantastic because people need access to healthier food.
Right.
It makes the insurance costs it's all like you just said. It all
trickle
is
down.
connected, and that's the true trickle down. That's the true
true trickle down. Yeah.
Not
it's
Reaganomics.
not from giving billionaires and corporations tax breaks. Believing that it's going to trickle down to us because it's not. It never has. That philosophy has never worked.
No, it doesn't work. It hasn't worked for 40-something years. It doesn't work.
All they do when you give them a tax break is they cut.
Yeah.
They cut quality. They cut workers' pay. They cut benefits. They
just cut workers.
Yeah.
just flat out cut them.
It does not work.
It doesn't work.
We're not buying that shit anymore.
No.
Trickle down does not work.
And I'm amazed that there are still people who do believe that that's how it's going to work and it's going to benefit them if the billionaire gets a tax break. I'm like, the billionaire is not out for you. They don't care about you.
No.
They don't care if you have money. They don't care if you have a job. They don't care
They
as
don't
long as they're
care if
making
you
more money.
live or die.
Yeah, care
honestly.
less.
They
You're a
don't.
number in the system that makes the money.
You are a peasant to them.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But Mamdani is leading the way, as our leadership should be leading the way, and that's a problem we have in the Democrat Party. We were talking about before we got started, you brought it up, that the Democrats need leadership.
Yes.
And they need to start saying, well, you said it,
Yeah.
what they're for.
Instead of we're just against Trump, against MAGA, we need policies now. What are you for?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, we're on board with we are against Trump, we are against MAGA.
Absolutely.
We want to protect our democracy, our right to free speech, everything that he's trying to take away from us. But we also need to know what are the policies that are going to take us forward into the next generation of
And we need that
Democrats.
person who is leading the way. There is nobody at the top. There is nobody saying anything other than the Memdanis and the Bernies and a few other politicians, but they're not the leaders of the party.
No.
And
Schumer's got to go.
Schumer's got to go. Hakeem Jeffries has got to go.
Yeah.
The old guard has got to go.
Exactly.
And David Hogg was a survivor from Parkland who was one of the committee chair people in the DNC, and they squeezed him out because he wanted to get rid of the old guard. He said, we need a primary. It makes everybody better, and it gives people a choice.
Right.
And so he was calling this week. We have a clip. We'll play it here in a second, but he was calling for the removal of the DNC chair because they don't have money in the bank. There's no leadership. There's nothing good coming from the DNC.
I think actually the DNC is like $3 million in debt.
In the back,
and the RNC is holding $100 million in reserves.
Yeah.
We need money.
You got to have money to win elections in this country, the way that it's built, unfortunately.
And the old guard does not want to give up that the progressive way is the way forward for Democrats, especially the young I think 18 to 25-year-olds
That's
are
their
all
mindset
about it.
Yep.
And I am too. And
Yeah,
I'm in my
me too.
50s, but
Yeah.
I'm about as progressive democratic socialist as you can get.
Yeah, me too. I have totally just over the years just progressed more and more into that mindset. Over this last decade of change for me from becoming, being a Republican to being a Democrat, and to now being like, no, wait a minute, the Democrat socialists are where we really need to be.
It's so weird when I look at you.
I know.
And I think that you used to be a hardcore Republican
Rush
Fox
Limbaugh
News watching.
listener.
I'm
Yes.
just like, no,
Yes.
not my Nathan.
I know.
Not my Nathan.
I know.
He
I know.
couldn't possibly be.
Isn't that crazy?
But it gives me hope that people can change.
They absolutely can change.
It really does.
It really does.
It does.
And they do. I think when something affects them, they'll realize, oh my gosh, what have I been voting for? Like, I've been voting against my own interest all this time.
Yeah.
And so it's just like the light bulb has to go on.
Okay.
For me, it was just Trump, like Trump coming on the scene and just hearing the stuff he was saying. And it was like, wait a minute, this isn't like the Bush Republican Party. Like,
No.
this is off the chain.
Yeah.
This is something else. And it just was a turnoff. And then if the worse he got, the further left I just went. So he's pushed me to the extreme left. But
you're very welcome here.
Yes, it's a good place to be.
Yes.
But should we play the clip of David Hogg?
Yes, absolutely. Play the clip.
I'm calling on the chair of the DNC, Ken Martin, to resign. The autopsy they just released was absolute dog shit. They don't have money. It's been over a year and a half since he was elected, and we are underwater. The DNC is $3 million in debt, while the RNC is over $100 million on hand. Our brand is a total disaster. Democrats are underwater in approval ratings. What has Ken Martin done to change that? It is time for new leadership. It could not be more clear than it ever has been. If you agree with that, sign our petition to call on DNC Chair Ken Martin to resign. It is time for the American people to take over the Democratic Party and make it what it always should have been, but has failed to be our entire lives.
Sign me up. I'll sign that petition right now.
Yes, we need to do that. We need to do that today.
Yeah.
Because they keep, I don't know. You know what it is? That corporate Democrat thing that's within the DNC, and they just they don't want to change. They do not want to progress.
I don't get that.
They're just wanting to hold on
when
to
they
an old
see
idea.
how successful
the progressives are.
Yeah.
And they still, Hakeem Jeffries is from New York, and he didn't support Mamdani for mayor.
Yeah.
Like, this is insanity.
I think didn't he endorse him at the
He
last?
finally did at the
possible,
end,
2 seconds,
like a little nod to, oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
he's going to be the mayor.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's just, they've got to get off this weird. I don't know. It's like they play golf with the Republicans or something,
right?
And they want to keep playing golf with the Republicans.
Well, remember that Uber driver we had that
yes.
said, "Oh, you can be for Republican or for Democrat," but he goes, "I got news for you. When they're in Washington D.C., they're all golfing together and laughing at you guys." Yeah.
And I feel like the Bernie Sanders don't do that. Like, I don't feel like he's hanging out with
or
the Republicans
AOCs.
having a good old laugh. Exactly.
I mean, there's only a handful of them.
There's only a handful.
There's like
Pramila Jayapal, AOC, Bernie Sanders.
The other one, Ilhan
Omar.
Yes. Ilhan Omar. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I never said her name right.
I know.
Yeah.
I may have. I don't know. Sorry if I didn't.
Less than a half a dozen of progressives in the whole Democratic Party.
Because they don't want them to win.
I mean, Cory Booker is kind of coming out now and saying, we need to change. We need to figure out a way forward. This is not working for us. He's kind of...
Well, when they see their numbers dropping, they get a little nervous.
A little old school.
Well, and he takes that AIPAC money.
I don't think he does.
I saw
an interview with him, and he said he does not... He does not.
Okay, good.
So
good.
Because that was just like over the last day or two that I saw him on an interview.
Good.
So maybe
because that's got to stop. That's a big problem.
Kind of changing his ways.
Yeah. And I don't know if you saw it or not. I didn't see it. Jerry told me. But when Thomas Massey lost his primary the other day, he said, sorry I was so long getting out here. It's hard to get a hold of. I had to call my competition and let them know that I was conceding, and it's hard to get a hold of Tel Aviv these days. Oh, I was like, good job. Yeah. But that's exactly what it is. They're funding our. How is that even legal? Like, that blows my mind that AIPAC can even exist. Like, these things have got to go.
Yeah. Why are we letting foreign nations
invest in our elections?
Yeah.
That's insanity.
It seems very
very un-American for sure.
Un-American and a conflict of interest. A total conflict of interest.
Total conflict of interest. Yeah. Yeah, it just blows my mind. I'm like, what in the hell? But yeah, so that's good to hear. I'm glad that he
especially
said that.
Since some story was just released over this past weekend that said they're committing major war crimes over there in Israel.
Yes. Bad.
Like
horrible.
70 some of the they unearthed a bunch of bodies in Gaza, and there were like 70 some of the bodies that they unearthed were children who had their hands, infants and children, zip tied behind their back, and it's just what
disgusting.
They're doing. They just don't.
They don't care.
They don't care.
No,
like if you're a Muslim,
they don't
care.
They don't care.
They want you dead, whether you're an infant, a toddler, a child, a teenager. It doesn't matter.
No, Netanyahu
of that
is
heritage,
a war
they don't
criminal.
Care. War criminal.
He is an absolute war criminal.
And Mamdani has actually said that if he steps in the city of New York, he will be arrested for war crimes.
Good, because he's a war criminal and he should be.
Yeah.
And he's a criminal generally. That's why he stays in power, is to avoid getting in trouble. Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
The little club of criminal leaders.
Yeah.
But speaking of Thomas Massey, so he's planning on reading names from the Epstein files on the House floor.
Yes.
And we said we were going to talk about Epstein files every
week.
time.
We're not going to let it go.
Yep.
We're going to keep him in the spotlight.
And so hopefully he follows through on that, because I say burn the house down, man, on the way out. Just burn
7 months
it
you've got.
down.
Burn it down.
Yeah, you're on the way out anyway, so just do it.
Yes,
go for it.
100%.
Read those fucking names and let's get these people out of here. I mean, they're just protecting each other. It's a sick cabal that is just protecting each other.
Yeah.
And it's on both sides of the aisle. It's not just Republicans. There's Democrats too. Powerful billionaires. I mean, take them out.
Why do you think Democrats are willing to say, okay, if it's Bill Clinton, take him down. If it's whoever, take him down. We don't care. And Republicans cannot get there. If it's one of their own, they're like, oh, no, it's fake news. That's a lie.
Hide it.
Not going to believe it. Why is that? I don't know. I don't get the cognitive dissonance.
I don't either. And they do that all the time with everything. I mean, even when one of them gets in trouble in the House or in the Senate, and it's like takes forever for them to chastise them or remove them or take funding from them or committeeships from them or something. I mean, do something. And they just don't do it. Like they just cover it up and
sweep it under the rug. I mean, just like Rick Scott with his largest ever Medicare fraud case in the entire history of the United States, and
he's a sitting U.S. senator.
They elected him senator. Yeah. So that's how much they care about that.
Yeah.
But I just don't get the mentality behind it.
I don't either, and the mental gymnastics that they have to
go through to just excuse all of this deplorable criminal activity.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Yeah, it's totally insane. So So Trump is endorsed Ken Paxton down in Texas on the eve of the prime, which I think will actually be tomorrow, which will be the day before this airs.
Yes.
I'm like, hold on, let me think about when those days fall. So we'll see who wins. But his last minute endorsement of Ken Paxton against John Cornyn for
who
U.S.
is another
Senate.
criminal riddled with scandals.
Scandals left and right.
Fraud and
yeah, and his wife left him like a year ago because he was having an affair, and I mean he's just a hot mess of a man.
Yeah,
and but he's endorsing him. I guess he's part of that club because Trump's a big serial adulterer too. So yeah, I guess that's what you do. You support your fellow adulterers or something.
My husband was watching an interview with Stormy Daniels. I think she was doing one of the late night talk show rounds or whatever, and I kind of like heard it in the background, and I was like, is that Stormy Daniels? Because she was talking all about their affair and her spanking him with the with the magazine with his face on it.
Yes, I forgot about that part.
And I'm like, how did this not end it?
I
hear all these stories coming back up, and I'm like, how did this not end his campaign?
Yeah.
The Stormy Daniels affair, the mocking the disabled reporter.
Oh, God, that should have done it right there.
Grabbing women by the pussy interview with the TMZ guy or wherever, Billy Bush.
Billy Bush,
every time one of those stories pops up, that's what comes to my mind every time is how did this not end it? All of these things that should have ended his campaign the first time around, let alone the second and the third time. This should have ended his shit the first time around, and we're still here talking about this guy 11, 12 years later.
Yeah, come on.
My
God.
We've
been in
What is wrong with you people?
Yeah, I mean, we have been in a fire hydrant of bullshit for over a decade.
Yeah.
And any number of things should have ended his campaign or presidency. Any other president would have been impeached.
Exactly.
Any other president would have never become
resigned
president.
in shame. I mean, just resigned and said, I'm, halting my campaign.
Yeah. Makes Nixon look like a
choir boy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I mean, really.
Just an angel.
Yeah, for sure.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
It's
I don't
sometimes.
get it, and I don't get how. I mean, like we said a few minutes ago, there are people that are waking up and leaving.
Yes.
But how are there people that? How is not everybody awake? How is that possible? What is the deal?
I guess the only explanation could be is that they only watch Fox News or Newsmax, and they're in a bubble of voices that just echo chamber their thoughts, and that's it.
Yeah. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Anyways, well, moving along. So, so the Supreme Court is going to be having a decision on birthright citizenship fairly soon.
Gosh.
And Dear Leader is starting to get his panties in a wad because I think he thinks he's going to lose that fight. And so he was kind of doing his under the breath threats to them when it was, how he does, they better do the right thing and all that bullshit. But anyways, we have a clip of him talking about it. Should we?
Sure. Play the clip.
Now we have another one coming up, birthright citizenship. It would be a disgrace. It would be a disgrace if the Supreme Court of the United States allows that to happen. Remember what I said, 20 to 25% of the people coming into our country will come in through birthright citizenship. They'll become citizens through birthright citizenship, and it'll cost us numbers that I don't even think they're doable. And it's all up to a couple of people. And I hope they do what's right. Birthright citizenship is a disgrace. The fact that, look at the people that are bringing the suit. Study the people that are bringing the suit. These are not people that love our country, I can tell you that.
Does he know what birthright citizenship is?
I don't even know. And what will that mean for people like us that are born here? Does that mean that if he doesn't like our point of view
Our
and
politics.
we're not for America,
Yeah.
that we're not allowed to be here anymore? Like,
how does that work?
It's a slippery slope that is just, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a that's a what the fuck right there.
I don't even, like, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Like, I don't.
That's how we all are. I'm like, your own children are birthright citizenship children, just like the rest of us.
Yeah, your wives came here from other countries and birthed their children here.
Yes.
What is he even trying to say?
I don't know. I don't think he understands. It's like they say about the whole asylum thing when he says asylum, they're coming from asylums. I think he doesn't know the difference between an asylum
seeking
seeker
asylum and someone being in an insane asylum. He has no idea. He thinks they're just pouring in through. They're releasing all of their
just opening their
insane
mental institutions
and letting them flood into the country.
Yes, I think he is
that stupid.
I
to
think
be honest with you,
I think he is
really
that stupid.
do think he is that stupid.
I think he is too. And the whole back to the Democrats.
And it's embarrassing.
It's
really embarrassing
on the world
that
stage.
This is the leader of the free world.
Yes, it is a total embarrassment.
Wow.
Yeah.
This could have been a what the fuck.
It could have been a what the fuck.
That's
for
the way
sure.
I feel right now.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
What the fuck is he even talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. But that little subliminal message to them of they better do the right thing.
They better do it.
Yeah.
They better do it.
Yeah. That little threat. Yeah. And
because he totally controls those 5.
Yes, he does.
Is it 5 or
6 of them now?
Of them.
Yeah. Yeah, he controls them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
occasionally they go
for.
against him, but not
Clarence
that often.
Thomas never.
No,
Never.
he's bought and paid for.
And that's just
him and Alito. Bought and paid
really
for. Yeah.
Fucked up shit that he's a black man doing all of this.
All that stuff is self-loathing situation, I think, there. He wants to be.
And guess what? I got news for you, Clarence Thomas. They're going to be going after the Loving case next.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be going after interracial marriages.
Absolutely.
They've gone after abortion. They're going after
gay marriage, trans.
Yep. They're going to be coming after interracial marriage next.
Yes.
And I just hope you're around to see it when they do.
I hope so too.
You fucked this country.
Yeah.
Clarence Thomas.
Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, Kavanaugh. I mean, they're bought and paid for.
Yeah.
100%. Well, Dina, it's about that time again.
Yes, that brings us to our fan favorite.
That's right. It's time for What the Fuck. So you have a fabulous What the Fuck. So,
yes, I do not have a clip for this, but it is highly disturbing, just so you know. In Oklahoma, their legislators brought a bill forward to ban child marriage, and it did happen to pass, but not after 36 Republicans voted against it.
What the fuck?
Why would you vote against banning child marriage?
I don't know.
Another fun fact is that it's only the 17th U.S. state to set the minimum marriage age at 18 with no exceptions.
That is...
So there's still, 33, 32 other states that are like, okay with children being married off?
Yeah, and here we are in 2026. How is that still on the books?
Previously, Oklahoma had allowed 16 and 17-year-olds to marry with parental consent, and those under 16 with court authorization.
What court is authorizing that?
Yes, it's just crazy to me and makes me go, what the
fuck? Yeah, for sure.
Like,
that's a total what the fuck.
Gosh, kids, just let them be kids, for God's sake.
Yeah, don't rush that stuff.
Yeah,
crazy it's
talk.
Insane. It's insane.
And 36 Republicans voted against it in the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, go figure. That's disgusting.
So
that's
my what the fuck.
That's a good what the fuck.
Okay, so what's your what the fuck of the week?
Okay,
Nathan?
so last week while we were recording, we brought it up, the $1.8 billion fund for January 6ers to get money from the federal government.
Right.
And they actually made it 1776 is the actual amount, 1.776 to sound patriotic and bullshitty. I don't know. But anyways, Stephen Miller, the penis head, was out on the lawn of the White House explaining that these are good people and they've been attacked by the government, and we were living under this regime that was for 4 years that was going after good people and blah blah blah, why they deserve it. Anyways, should we?
Sure, play the clip.
Seem to be interested in the $1.8 billion fund. Is that clearly was a sticking point today up on Capitol Hill? Is there anyone that the president is reaching out to, making calls to? It's not going to be on his desk by June 1st, which I think is a deadline he had set earlier. So,
well, that's a good closing question, only because it allows me to say this, which is that we lived through 4 years of, more than 4 years actually, but I'll just say 4 years in this case, of unimaginable weaponization of the federal government against innocent people. We've had so many lives, it really goes back, so I would say further, but so many lives destroyed, so many livelihoods ruined, so many people who were deprived of their fundamental rights and freedoms as American citizens, and this settlement is just a small measure of the justice that they are owed. Anyways, thank you all for your time.
How would the Iran talks going?
So there you have it. That's where they stand on this issue. And it's like
the biggest line of bullshit that I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
The
weaponization of the DOJ, because that is all that Trump. I know. I'm sorry. This is your.
No, I love it.
What
go,
the fuck?
go,
but
go.
this has just got me heated up. The weaponization of the Trump DOJ has been the worst in history.
Yeah.
Tell that to fucking Mark Kelly or James Comer. Of the FBI, that this DOJ is not weaponized it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
And it's that whole projection thing. Whatever they're doing, they say somebody else did it.
Yeah,
but
is
it's
that?
Really
Every
what
accusation is a confession in
confession
this administration, and that is the biggest bunch of bullshit that I've ever heard in my entire life. Stephen Miller lies through his teeth.
Oh, he's a piece of trash. Yeah.
As well as he breathes.
Yeah, he's a total piece of trash. So, what the fuck?
Sorry,
if they
that
get
just got me all fired up.
If they get their really slush fund, I guess they'll all get money from the federal government. That beat up.
I mean, can I just say I was there and
I know.
Get some
how do
money?
you get?
Like,
I know. How do we?
Work?
Yeah. How does that work? Good question. Anyways, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's terrible.
So, Dina, before we go, we have a little announcement to make.
Yes.
So, we've got some scheduling things going on in our lives.
You relaunching your real estate career.
Your schedule's changed a little bit at work.
And
so
we've got some schedule changes.
We're going to be on twice a month instead of every week.
Yes.
And so, starting in June, it'll be the second and fourth weeks of the month.
Yes.
And we'll remind you
our
again.
regular day on Wednesday.
So we still want you guys to join us, and we'll remind you, like I said, and we'll put it on our social media channels and all that stuff too, so everybody knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll be twice a monthers.
Yeah.
and then we'll see how when we come into the fall here with elections, we may have to amp it back up again. But
definitely, maybe coming into the midterms, we'll be catching you up weekly.
For
For now, over the summer, we're going to kind of dial it back
a little bit, have a little summer reprieve.
Yes.
Yeah.
So sometimes it does get overwhelming keeping up with all of the bullshit this administration throws at us.
Yeah, it can drain your brain so bad.
Yeah.
It's like the dumbing down of America.
But we want to be here for you, and we're going to keep it going. We're just going to dial it back.
Dial back just a little bit.
Yeah.
So, all right, Dina, where can they find you?
They can find me on Facebook at Dina with Blue Notes News, and Instagram at Dina _ with Blue Notes News. How about you?
And you can find me on Facebook at Nathan Montgomery, and on Blue Sky at Nate Mont. No, sorry. What is it? It is Nate Mont. Yeah, it is. Okay. Just totally went blank. And then, of course, you can find Blue Notes News at Blue Notes News on Facebook and Instagram. So awesome. We will see you soon. Have a good week, everybody.
Share,
yes, rate and review. Rate and review. Yes, and
we'll
share.
We'll see you in a few weeks.
We'll see you in a few weeks. Bye, everybody.
Bye.